Hello and welcome back to another How to Vlog. Now, what would you guys call this? Say it out loud.
Tomato.
No, not you. The audience. What would you say? Well, we say it different. We say tomato. Well, maybe you say tomato as well. I'm guessing. Let's call it. What is this? A tomato? Tomato? How else would you say it? Tomate in French? Oh. Anyway, you know what one of these is. Today we're going to make some soup with it, right? Soup. Now you could roast these things in the oven first, right? But I can't be bothered with that. It tends to improve the flavour a little bit. If you're going to make some other tomato soup, like some sort of spicy one, it might be worth doing. But I'm going to make ordinary tomato soup, right? And the ingredients we need is the essential ingredient, obviously, is what?
Tomato.
Yes, very good. So we need some tomatoes. I mean, a couple of large onions like that, right? Now, it's not essential, but I'm going to bung in anyway because they're going off. There is some carrots. Now you're going to need some oil of some sort. I've got olive oil, but it's a good quality oil, and you need a knob of butter, right? So that's what we need, and a little bit of garlic. Now you don't have to put the garlic in if you're garlic haters, naysayers, whatever you call themselves, who hate garlic. Don't put it in, but I do because it adds a bit of flavour. You're also going to need a couple of stock cubes, chicken ones, vegetable ones, or one of each. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to chop this up. Let me explain to you what I'm going to do about the tomatoes first. Right. What I'm going to do is decore them. Is just take out the cores like that. Now perfectionists will take out the seeds as well, but I can't be bothered, it's too much work. Right, so what you've got there, you just cut it into quarters like that and bung it in the pot. Right, so I'm going to do that with every one of these tomatoes, and we're going to come back. So quarter it or half it or something, just chop it into chunks like that. So you're left with a core like that, right? Now you can buy an apple core, it might work properly for you, but I always cut them out like that, it's better. Right, we're going to cut the camera. I'm going to come back after all this is sorted out. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I chopped up the carrot like that. It's well worth putting something in like carrot. If you've got a few carrots knocking about, bung them in. Right, the onions, how you do is you cut them like that. So there's the onion like that together, right? So you cut it down the middle, down the middle, and you just chop it like that. Not super massive, but it's roughly chunked, isn't it? Like that, see? So what you're going to do, because what you're going to do is you're going to boil this. You're going to boil it, cook it all basically. So that's one. Here's another onion for you. Right, cut down the middle like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. So you bung it in. So that's what we're left. Look, that's what we got at the moment. That's how it looks, right? So I've got now down to my last tomato. Right, if you've got a tomato that looks a bit of a minger like that, don't chuck it out. Oh, it's mouldy. Don't. Just cut it off like that, right? Look at it, see if it goes down anymore. Cut it off. Don't chuck it out. Oh, it's tomato, isn't it? Right, this is the last tomato that's going in. One here, another one there. Now you're going to need some sort of kitchen appliance to blitz this mixture when it's cooked. So whether you use one of them hand whisk things, I'll show you one in a minute. But anyway, I'll stop rabbiting about that at the moment. Right, so we got that. That's what it looks like at the moment, right? So in there we're going to go in with a bit of. I've got olive oil in there, right? A bit of olive oil, and then a knob. This is a knob. About 20-30 grams of butter there, like that. A little bit of salt and pepper. A little bit of pepper. A little bit of sal in it. Right, and okay, you want a lid for one of these. You don't have to have a lid, but it's quicker to cook with a lid. Right, 2 stock cubes. I've got 1 vegetable and 1 chicken. Right, they can go on there. Now, what you're going to do is just going to whack this up high. Just let it sort of fizzle a bit. Now at this point I'm going to put in some garlic because we like garlic. You don't have to put it in, but I'm just putting it. So I put in some kind of like 2 or 3, what do you call it, cloves of garlic.
Could you use fresh as well?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've got frozen one for convenience. Right, just give that a moment. Whilst we're talking, whilst that's kind of just coming up a little bit, I want to talk about what to go with it. Now today, what I've got here, right? What I've got here is some sweet potato, roasted sweet potato, and beans and garlic. Now it's not something I've done especially. This is leftover from yesterday's dinner. Right, so what I've done is I've just put that in a pan, no onion, just a bit of garlic in there, and fried it up till it's soft, until it's warm. What I've done is, what I'm going to do now, is just get some, this is 6 eggs in here. I'm just going to pour that on there like that. Voila. Right, that is going to make a really tasty omelette to go with the soup. And to go with the omelette to go with the soup, I've got a couple of bread rolls like this, you see? They're part baked ones. You put them in the oven and just finish the cooking. Right, this thing here, have a quick tidy up. Right, this mixture here, come over here, camera person. Basically what you want is the butter to melt. And just so that things get a little bit burnt at the bottom, is that right? Caramelised, that's it. Yeah. So we'll let that caramelise a little bit and we'll come back. Oh, we're back again. Look, come and have a look at this, camera person. Look. Right, this is how the tomatoes are looking now. Look, it's kind of like reduced, wasn't it? It comes down from there and come down to about there. Right, so the butter's gone, the stock cubes are gone, and there we are. Right, so I'm going to put some, you can't, it's too concentrated, so we're going to put some water with that. How much water? I don't know, I'll show you. Just kind of like to the top of the the mixture, like this, look. Right, like that, just like that. Voila. Right, so that goes in. Right, boil this, put a lid on it because it's going to boil, keep it boil quicker. 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes. On a high bubble, you know high bubble? Like boil it till it's on high bubble, yeah, everyone knows what they are, on the max. Right, so we're going to do that, 15 minutes, and come back, okay? Back. I actually had to boil it 15 minutes because if you're going to put carrots, you've got to make sure that they're cooked, right? So the carrots were a bit on the firm side, so I put them on for another 5. So that's been boiling for like 20 minutes, okay? But if you don't put carrots in, there's no problem because the onions and the tomatoes will be done. Let me just take that off for you, so you can have a look. It's got to be boiling vigorously, okay? Otherwise you'll be here all day. I mean, if you've got all the time in the world, then no problem, but that's what it looks like. Now, what we're going to do, before I do this, I want to tell you about fantastic gourmet cheese on toast that I do, and I'll leave the link up here. It's fantastic. I don't know why more people haven't tried it, haven't seen the video. It is superb. But I haven't got any cheese today. I've got camembert, but not enough, but there we are. Anyway, what we're going to do now, to process this, you're going to use one of these. Now, if you use one of these, it's going to take you all day and all night to do it. So, well, it wouldn't take you all day and all night. I exaggerate a little bit, but it's going to take a long while to blitz all that. Plus, you're not going to get it as smooth with this thing. Yeah, it's got its limits. It's handy, but it's got its limits. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use the other thing. Right, a liquidizer. So we're going to use that, and what we're going to do is we're going to hoof that out. I'll just show you quickly what we're going to do this. Be careful, it's hot, right? So go easy with this hot liquid. What we're going to do, make sure the top's on bottom properly, the bottom's on properly, you know, it's on tight. So what we're going to do is we're going to go like this, But we're not going to go like that and take it over like that. We're going to hold this thing over here like this, right? So it don't spill everywhere. Right, so we've got everything is nicely cooked there. This one took 20 minutes. Herbs, you could put herbs in. I don't know. Just
Parsley,
parsley, basil. You could put.
That would be good with tomatoes. Isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, up to you. I'll just put a little few. I mean, there should be herbs in the vegetable stock cube that you put in. So you know, it's up to you. Anyway, put a little bit more than that in. Don't fill it too full, otherwise it's going to go. It's going to go whoosh straight out the top of it, right? So we don't do that. So I'm going to put that in there. Lid on. Lid on tight. Don't do it without the lid because it's hot liquid, right? And we're going to blitz it. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tomato soup. Look at that. Let me pour it out for the camera. Look. Now, I mean, that's good enough. You know, that's fine enough in my opinion. A machine that's more powerful than this one was going to get it finer. You know, it's going to get it more smoother. But I think that's good, don't you? That's good. Now look at the consistency. It's not like water. It's kind of in between. Now the smell is really superb. Do you smell that, Cameron?
Yeah.
Now what you can have with this, right? I'll tell you what we got.
Did you have your cheese toasties, isn't it?
Yeah, cheese toasties. We got this bread here, part baked bread. You can have that with it. Now to dress the soup, what we could do. This is creme fraiche or sour cream, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to put a dollop of that in there. But you could have yogurt. You could have some sort of sprinkled cheese, like I don't know, Caerphilly or perhaps a bit of Stilton or
Gruyere,
some sort of cheese that you like, your favourite cheese, cheddar, even cheddar. Put on what you like, you know. But today, what we're going to do, keep it simple, and we've got a little bowl like this, and we're going to put this in the bowl. Now, how many people will that serve? God, that's a lot of soup in it, about 10, 12 people. So that's good. So we're going to whiz this over here, and we're going to serve it out something like that. One. How much soup per person? Well, normally 2 ladles is good, isn't it?
Okay, that's a big bowl.
That's a big bowl. I'll put a little bit more in for the camera. Right, when you serve the soup, don't forget, when you serve the soup, give the thing a little bit of a, if you spilt it, give it a little bit of a wipe, you know, make it look presentable.
It's a bit orangey because of the carrots, isn't it?
Yeah, the carrots do make it orangey, yeah. I mean, don't put too many carrots in, otherwise you become carrot soup. But keep it tomato-y, you know. Otherwise you won't be able to taste the tomato. So, what we're going to do is, this is creme fraiche, sour cream in other words, and we're just going to blob a blob in there like that. Just like that. So, there we have it. Tomato soup. You could put cream in it as well. I forgot cream, just ordinary cream, you know. I mean, do have a look at this video of mine about the cheese on toast. It's really good, and it's I think it's as good as, or you could have. I'll leave another link. The Saturn, the cheese. What do you call it? Sardines on toast that I've done. So I'll leave a link there as well. Anyway, that's all for me today. I'm going to scoff this now. With this omelette thing here. And you want to see that, camera person? That's how it turns out. My grill is broken at the moment, so I can't make it all look fantastic. Anyway, I've got cooking up here, I've got quick tips here, I've got DIYs down here. Until next time, and you can subscribe down here. So until next time.